Hi there, I'm Fernanda and we are in the kitchen today because we are making a sweet potato and broccoli brain bowl. I'm very excited for today's video because I recently asked my friend Megan what type of videos she wanted to see. And she said she wanted to see recipes for meals that she can make when she gets home from work that are quick, easy to make, inexpensive, super healthy, and that will yield her a lot of leftovers so that she can take them as lunches for the rest of the week. I love the idea and I did a ton of research and came up with a lot of recipes, but I don't want to cram them all into one video. So I think I'm going to be starting a little series. Stick around till the end of the video if you're interested in hearing more about that. But for now, let's get to cooking.
To make this recipe, you will need 2 sweet potatoes, a large head of broccoli, 1 cup of some sort of grain, I am using a rice blend, olive oil, salt and pepper, sesame miso salad dressing, and optional, a tiny sliver of butter. I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 400 Fahrenheit, and then I'm gonna peel and cut my sweet potatoes into 1-inch cubes. Then I'm gonna transfer my potatoes onto a mixing bowl, but you can do this straight onto a baking sheet. And then I am gonna add a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper to taste until all the potatoes are completely covered. I'm starting with a little bit of olive oil and adding more as I go because it's better to have less than to have too much. Then I'm gonna transfer my potatoes onto a baking sheet and put them in the oven for 20 minutes. While the potatoes are in the oven, I am going to cook my grain according to the package directions. This will vary depending on what grain you pick, but I am adding 1.25 cups of water, a dash of salt, and a tiny bit of butter, which you actually don't see, and that's just for texture and better flavor. I'll bring my rice to a boil, mix once, and then let it simmer for 10 minutes. Now onto the broccoli. I'm chopping the broccoli into small bite-sized pieces and giving it a quick rinse. When the timer for the potatoes goes off, I'll add the broccoli to the baking sheet, adding a little bit more salt, pepper, and olive oil to make sure it's thoroughly covered. Then I'll put them back in the oven for another 20 minutes or until the broccoli starts to get brown around the edges. And something I really like about this recipe is that it basically has built-in cleanup time. While the rice is on the stove and the potatoes and the broccoli are in the oven, I am going to clean everything I use during my prep, which is not a lot to begin with. Once the vegetables are done, I'm going to place a little bit of the grain onto my bowls and then topping them with the vegetables. For the dressing, I am using this miso sesame dressing that I bought from the grocery store. You can find a recipe for it online if you choose to make it yourself, but for me it was actually cheaper to buy it made than to make it from scratch. And that's basically it for this recipe. It's quick, simple, and so delicious.
So that is it for today, and I hope you're inspired to make this dish. Let me know what you think of meal videos like this. Like I said before, I'm thinking of starting a little series, but I have to come up with a title for it. I like something funny and punny and maybe like, I don't know, creative. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, or I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on my blog, and the information for all of those things are in the description box below. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, or share it with your friends if you like the recipe. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.